Hi all, it's me again, and I will be doing the hardcore what I would do as Germany gameplay. I got basically punked into doing this, so I will be doing this, and it will be interesting. It is now 2 days after Lebanon thing. Lebanese have adjusted to, woo, we have a nuclear bomb and we'll call that thing the dropkick. And basically all has settled. They have gotten over the initial bang. It has been 2 days since the birth, and the baby has stopped crying all the time. It is now sleeping. Here's the map. We discussed the Katara project. Actually, I will put some light music on. Here is light music. We discussed the Katara project, and we had a vote, and we asked, things to participate and such. Still a bit too loud. And we decided no, it's not a good idea, so I will be shifting my preference for the project to be done to neutral from positive, and I will see how the world adjusts. It has been my most preferred terraforming project by a long Texas mile. It would have drastic consequences for the region, and it would be beyond belief good in my opinion, but I cannot verify this. Egypt did not go for the offer. We offered them to pay for it, and essentially we'd get the money and we just build it and they'd get the benefits, and they didn't want to go for it, so I will be switching my stance to neutral on this topic. Now I will be doing a Darkest Hour gameplay, and if I feel really self-conscious about the Katara thing, I will ask the fight thing to participate and do it that way, but we have asked Norse map, and to my personal thingies it feels more accurate. So we will be doing a hardcore Germany, which is Germany according to what we would actually do in history. Now this is me playing the hardcore bad guy, and in this particular gameplay the video unfortunately most of the time doesn't record, and I won't know if it records. It has a pretty lousy record, so I will be narrating. This particular game, I believe, has recorded a few times, but I cannot guarantee it, so I will be narrating as if you guys, don't see me. It is February 22nd, 1940, and I have been officially contracted by, and I will say this in public, Maisie Williams, for her to learn my magic method, and she initially was a little hesitant when we discussed price, but she accepted it. So we will be doing this. There will be a cavalry brigade here. No, there's no cavalry here. Here's cavalry. So, Maisie's Axe's paternal grandfather is Marshal von Manstein. That is who she must study. Understand her place in their view, it is that guy. You will immediately notice the similarities. So that is about that. I'm redeploying my army because I have quite a lot of... No, I'm actually deploying to the field from reserves or recently built units. I have the standard structure of my army is 7 militia, 1 specialized and 4 infantry per army corps, which for Germany, which historically had a very mechanized and motorized army, is a drastic change. This is because when you go to full mobilization from partial mobilization as Germany, from full mobilization you have 2 more steps of mobilization you can take, each which yields less but still yields people. You get 6.5 million volunteers. The Soviet Union has 30 million volunteers. So if you build an army that is small and proficient, you'll be overrun. But if you build an army just large enough to hold the Soviet off your back while you support the Axis miners, which in your case will involve Poland, because Poland will declare on the Soviets when the Soviets declare on a peaceful Germany if France is not involved, because Poland will otherwise become a battleground. So, I am, however, now waiting for my auxiliary brigades to finish up, because the infantry and the militia are complete, so all my guys are in one giant pool in Erfurt. Because I do not have the specialist units to complete those guys. I'm only researching technology from 1938 or earlier at the moment, and it is 1940. This is 1938. Decisive interdiction, naval. I'm at peace with everyone, but I have annexed Austria and the Bohemian Highlands, but I have not split Czechoslovakia and Slovakia into separate countries, and I have not demanded Danzig. So I have taken what could be considered ethnic German from the old German allies and settled in. I'm now in for the long haul. Technically, were we to claim the non-German highlands, we would have to also claim Hungary, and Hungary is a very good ally, so we don't want to do that. They are, however, not officially allied with us. Next super heavy battleship. We have claims which we have not carried out on Switzerland in their German regions, Poland in their German regions, the entirety of the Alsace-Lorraine, Luxembourg, and the province of Eupen from Belgium. Those are the ones we have a claim for, and we also have a claim for Abendroth. None of these we are currently going to enforce. We're going to wait for the Soviet invasion and see who survives, and then rebuild the world afterward. Because they're gonna come for you. Make no mistake. They have stated in their doctrine that they're gonna kill everybody who's not a communist, and they have carried out every design towards this end, so you know. It's on you. They're gonna weaken us. By pointlessly wasting our resources on petty wars. We need them for other shit. Otherwise, we're all gonna have to decide that good is good and evil is evil, and do all the things that good usually requires of the obedient. Which, to me, seems like a pretty fucking bad idea. Building infrastructure and industry with what we have left over from the not building the massive motorized army. I also have an oil pool worth admiring. All my money is going towards improving my research capabilities. I'm almost out of manpower, so I'm gonna have to start trading some units abroad pretty quickly. I made Raider a Grand Admiral. I'm renaming my heavy submarine UFO. This all part of the whole I got paid a ton. And I am, by the way, still not ready for either an invasion of Poland or the Soviet invasion of Germany. You know, just so you know. I have 167 heavy axis divisions, 1000 multi-purpose fighters and 200 miscellaneous aircraft, and 21 ships in my flotilla, or groups of 5 destroyers or 5 submarines. I know you don't have the time or the inclination to check which new radar technology became available, or rather researched. Still don't have winter equipment or winter vehicles or training for hardened conditions. So I'm pretty basic. Though I have an unbelievably massive blob of militia, which will be good until they need to be reinforced by more militia, at which point I will be in serious doo-doo. The thing at that point is to start building infantry and cycling the guys from militia roles to infantry roles. Now I have sturdy equipment because I have researched everything from 1938 and earlier, and sturdy equipment is 1939. More fighters. A shit ton more militia. One militia division is 13,000 men, 64 anti-aircraft guns and 680 horses. One infantry division is 95,000 men, 165 artillery, 12 heavy artillery, 10 anti-tank, anti-air, 40 anti-tank, 5,128 horses, 260 motorized vehicles and 128 armored cars. However, one militia division has a soft attack, which is how much they actually do damage to organic targets, as a total of 5, while an infantry division has 12. A militia division has a hard attack of 2, while an infantry division has a hard attack of 4. So in terms of how much shit you actually need to produce to field one of those things, it's a clear advantage. They're designed to break and gently fall back in an organized manner consistently, because they're spread so thick, so that when one of them breaks, it can shatter through the lines to the rear and the other ones take place, and the battle results in a very slow attritive warfare, which is exactly what we need. And I'm not gonna have to, go through the effort of explaining why, because you guys mostly realize that a war with the Soviet Union is gonna be a long war of attrition, you net an idiot group. Any plan to win the war quickly will fail. Belgium smeared our government. We have a dissident rating of 2.86 and a belligerence rating of 0. Dissident is how many people are actively posing as inside our thing, and belligerence is how hostile others think we are. So 0. Winter equipment. Quickly, people. Netherlands has failed to steal a blueprint. And we are about to run out of rare materials because our industry is rather sizable at this moment. So at this point, for the first time since starting this game, we still produce a daily change of 29 electricity surplus. We are going to stop exporting electricity exclusively and also export supply goods which we produce, which are considered industry goods. or military goods or whatever. One motorized division completed, meaning I can form a new army group. 7 militia, then the specialized guy, and then 4 infantry makes 12, which is the size of 1 army corps. I'm going to move myself to Oppen, which is opposite Poland from the middle of the German thing, and name myself Science. Actually, to do this professionally, I will do Aki's Corps, because I don't like to use my last name unless absolutely necessary. It's like waving a cross in somebody's face. But I like it, and I'm gonna change it. The reason I'm building militia is because they don't use oil, so that's basically it. And Maisie's Corps is in Freiburg, opposite France. This game has one serious flaw, which is that divisions are built at full strength. They should be built at 0 strength and then slowly build strength. Divisions don't train while at field, which they should always do while at full supply. Those are a couple of the major flaws. There are some more. France has disrupted the production of one of our heavy cruisers, which fits with the timing of me noticing a serious error in this thing. They were going to implement it, then decided not, which caused a budgetary drain, which is considered a serious flaw. Panzer Division completed. Can make one more army corps. I will also station this in Poland. We almost have one army corps in every province bordering Poland. On our mainland, we still have 0 in Prussia, which is the little territory next to Germany that is Germany pre-Second World War. And the Polacks still control the corridor, which they will continue to do. We will discuss this thing after the war, because I have some territories I want to give up, so we'll see what you guys think. But we'll have to win this one first. There are some parts of Germany which I do not consider rightfully belonging to Germany. You may draw your own conclusions therein. And next, tropical equipment would be next, but I don't think I'm gonna research that. I'm gonna research nuclear research. Step 1939. No blueprint. Nobody has given me a blueprint. This being the serious gameplay in which I do absolutely research nuclear. Yes, I'm a shaman. Do I need explain? Oh, so you have this infinitely energy producing metal which kills you upon contact, and you have built various things upon it. Tell me more. Has also been used. So, the public opinion on the street of the after effects of the new nuclear radiation on the atmosphere is, oh my god, it's so much clearer. That's what I'm hearing from the neutral civilians who are well enough informed to know what every explosion anywhere ever means. One industrial capacity in Trier completed. Now I am requiring 3 times more supply production, but I have steady input of everything. I'm getting a steady stockpile of everything. Perhaps a tad bit too much actually. No, I'm gonna build up my stockpile in case war breaks out. Combined arms attack, land doctrine. Elastic defense is 1940, improved hospital is 1944, so no. Heavy tank brigade. There we go. Oh, I have 1,500, that's quite a lot. Super heavy battleship completed. I will be researching battleship 1939. Because now I have super heavy battleship and battleship. I have 2 copies of early surface radar, that is quite sufficient. I will complete more later. I am producing so many supplies because I am running out of things to actually produce. That is interesting. This means a drastic alteration into my economic profile will be needed. So, building a absolutely massive amount of industry is underway. Tilsit. No, can't build either because you are landlocked. Praktisch can build. This is good, those have the star. No, this is good. It's about 20% more supplies than I was using to power my entire industry. With just selling supplies, this is good. US has failed to delay one of our tech teams. Hungary demands some Romanian highlands, and because we don't particularly dislike Romania, I'm gonna deny the Hungarian request. I gave them parts of Czechoslovakia for reasons. Soviet Union just concluded a diplomatic deal with us. I agreed to split Poland first, and only that in the case of a war actually happening, and that's as far as my thing goes. Probably gonna get the East, and I'm probably gonna get the West. That's about it. First carrier is completed, or first carrier completed. More super heavy submarines. Now I have somewhere to put that surface radar. Don't manage to build all the factories are ordered, but a sizable amount of them. Now I'm thinking that I need to ally with the first country that I'm gonna ally with, which is gonna be Hungary. They have 0% chance of allying with us currently. I'm gonna start aligning the Balkan countries. This means all of them. And I'm gonna invite them in at 200, and if it's still 0, then I will coup them in. Also going to start influencing Poland. I am now transferring Germany as quickly as I can towards the democratic end of the scale. Took it off the auto move because I want to actually check what the new settings do, because I may want to move towards central planning, because its only downside seems to be that upgrades are more costly, but because I don't actually pay for upgrades, these guys in the field pay for upgrades themselves. It doesn't really influence me. Pay for their own upgrades. That's the purpose of an army corps. You give it a set amount of money and it does what you order it to do. Don't do shit that you don't order it to do. Let me weak blow. Good blow. Bow, I believe, is the word here. But I'm new to this whole femininity. Oh, Japan declared war on the United States. Pearl Harbor is 1940, November 3rd. Now Japan is at war with everyone, but we did not ally with Japan, nor are we aligned with Japan, so it's no biggie. The food is probably cold in the microwave by now, so I'm gonna go eat. I will be back in a moment. Smart fascist or corporate guys don't shoot their competitors. They spy on them. Now, if we had been weaker, we would have been attacked. Because France would have decided that now is a good time to sell some old scores of particularly no relevance. Two militia divisions and one infantry division for every coastline province that can be landed on. Soviet Union failed with a smear against us. We have most of our army, well, no longer most of our army, but we had most of our army in a blob at the center of Germany. Now we have spread to every border with an interesting participant. France failed to do the global manipulation and Finland and Portugal signed a deal with us. That sound you just heard was like 50 infantry units being upgraded. Because they all get their thing at the same time, because they're all paid the same and the stuff costs the same, so... Because it's the cheapest mass-produced bulk and its price cannot really raise. Germany had like something like 5 million civilian rifles at the end of the war. And something like 30 million frontline capable guys, but the Soviets and the Allies had much more. Though without drastically changing their ideology, they can't really win, so you know, whatever. But I'm playing with the changed ideology, so I'm good. and I'm still gonna lose, I'm sure. I'm now gonna go to full mobilization. Actually, I can't enact because I'm not at war. Still without allies. "26 fleets in my flotilla, things in my flotilla." I can still build more guys if I want to, but then I'd have to demobilize and remobilize. And that would be very bad. So instead I'm gonna focus on making Hungary my ally. If it's at 200% and it's a fascist nation already, then I'm just gonna, make it, and you can balance the game yourself. Little spirit. Because I'm gonna be selling them like 50 militia divisions. Hungary is now at 200. Or should I leave them out of this? Kinda wanna leave them out of this if they feel like it. A lot of industrial capacity is becoming ready. Ooh, my policies can be changed. Ooh. Yes, resource production and total IC increase in central planning, so I'm gonna pick that first. %, bring into alliance of fascist Hungary with 200 plus relation with you. The maximum relation allowed by the game. Well, I'll guarantee their independence then. I just guaranteed the independence of all the Balkan region countries. I'm not gonna invade them first, including Poland. And Czechoslovakia. Motorized and cavalry division upgrades. Our researches. My navy is becoming quite large. I'm gonna have to start disbanding some units soon. Ooh, infantry equipment. Sub-Zero Winter vehicle! Vehicle of winter. In no French.
Oh.
Rocket engine. 1939. It is now 1941 March. Ooh, France declared war in 1941. Now US is at war with us too, so if we just stay out of it, they'll declare on us. Which means enact general mobilization, accept, offensive chit, and Poland did not declare on us. Therefore, we will move our entire army to the west. Semi-modern battleship completed. Escort picket defense. I'm not gonna move my navy out. Being bombarded by the other side. My cities are taking damage. I'm putting my guys on only move at full organization, but move at any level of strength order. Evidently the whole 100% organization thing is bugged because they didn't move even the organization was full. So I'm gonna put it at 96. Then I'm going to make a full push straight up Maginot with everything I have. Macy's Corps is the one I clicked on first randomly, and second corps will support attack instead of attack, because if they attack they will move into the province after they are complete, and that will be very bad. They are killing about 3 times more than we are, but we have 145 divisions they have 28. So we will be pushing through. This will take some time though. This is how this particular army, does this thing. Yeah, about 3 times more. 100,000 on our side, 300,000 on their side. Don't care. They're gonna declare on Belgium. They have nothing to do with this. 88%, 89%, 89.5%, 90%, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, and done. The Maginot Line has fallen. We have pushed straight through it. The Allied Air Force is bombing us heavily. Now that we are at war and Japan is at war, it is time to try if we can ally with Japan. We will influence. No. We will leave 3 corps behind and then move to the province immediately behind. Where they have a similar level of defense. But I'm pretty sure we will push through. Their entire army is now at half strength, because it has been rather devastating. Improved light tank is complete. Medium tank is next. That's a lot of bombing by the Allies. But our Air Force is doing its part. No, it isn't. Our entire Air Force got eliminated because of the bad order I gave them. Well, so much for that. Then we will encircle the southernmost part of the Maginot. Luckily, fighters aren't particularly important in my gameplay, though that was still a stinging loss. Because we placed them at due orders until low strength, and then they did them and then they died, but they only did them with full organization. One of the few things that I kinda sorta... Still, you know, it was bad order by me, so whatever. Should have checked on them. Anyway, I'm not gonna load because I don't wanna do this female style. We have almost encircled this particular province of the Maginot. Though we need to stop for resupply pretty soon. We have to withdraw from the province because our supplies ran low, which is honestly no surprise to me, because we did quite a lot in a very short period of time. Circle will push straight through. Now 1930s technology is done, so time to move to 1940s. enlarging the breach on the Maginot. Next is turbojet engine. First defeat. Tropical equipment and desert equipment. Maisie's core is fighting almost alone. Now I gotta rebalance a little bit more. Second defeat. Both pushes that I was making. Third defeat. First withdrawal. Though meanwhile I did capture some territory somewhere else. Now I need to regroup and reorganize from now we're a full frontline push. Success on both fronts. There we go. Now the next province. I'm gonna have to withdraw from one due to a counterattack. Meanwhile, more north. France is not a pickle, you know, crack. If I get France, all of Europe will align with me, and then I have a chance against the Soviets. But if I can't get France, then I can't get anything. Germany, I can't get France. What's that? That's a eunuch. That's what that is. conquered Königsberg, because I did not station any troops there. Nicaragua joined the war against us. I have encircled a large pocket of the Allies at Dunkirk. Ooh, Soviet declared war on the Polish. Ooh, Italy declared war on the Soviet. Netherlands joined the war just when I was about to win. Well, that's probably it from me. Except if I could bring Hungary into the alliance. Nexing Luxembourg. Ooh, Maze's course surrounded. Luckily, these pockets are quite large. No, they got eliminated. Damn it, I lost this game. If I could only get Hungary into the fucking access. Even the professional players who I asked a long time ago said that if it's at 200 and it's an alignment, you can get them in. They even said that. I was like, damn it. Still considered rich. I will now save this game and debate what to do next with this gameplay. Whether or not I should invite Hungary in, or continue from another point, because I don't know. We'll see what happens.